Hey there folks, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Now, as I've stated before in my Country Bears blog, Disneyland truly is the best theme park in the world. Mostly whenever I visit there, I tend to forget all the stuff that put me in a lot of pressure sometimes, and usually I feel like I'm at home there, but that's another story anyway. Now, while the Lake Country Bears show may have been my absolute favorite attraction there are plenty of other things around there that I still love, as well. Most of my favorites are in areas like Fantasyland, New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, which I pray won't be taken away next year, and today's subject, Tomorrowland. Now, Tomorrowland is themed to the future and outer space. It opened along with the park on July 17, 1955, and had its largest overhaul in 1967 and was modified again in 1998. Walt Disney is known for his futuristic views and, through his television programs, showed American publics how the world was moving in the future. Tomorrowland was the realized culmination of his views. In other words, Tomorrowland can be a wonderful age. Our scientists today are opening the doors to the space age to achievements that will benefit our children and generations to come. The Tomorrowland attractions have been designed to give you an opportunity to participate in adventures that are a living blueprint for our future. Now, over the years, Tomorrowland has been a great area where you can imagine what life would be like in the future. I mean, there you can rocket into space on Astro Orbiter and Space Mountain, which gets invaded by space ghosts every fall. Battle against the evil Emperor Zurg on Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters. Dive under the sea on the Finding Nemo submarine voyage. Take a drive on Autopia. And travel to your favorite planet in a faraway galaxy on Star Tours. Now, if you want to know my thoughts on the things that got taken down in the past, well, I can't really tell you because it's been far too long for me to remember anything from those. But I can tell you about another Tomorrowland experience I had, but it wasn't here in California. It was back in December 2014 when I took a vacation to Florida with a group known as New Horizons. The Tomorrowland at Walt Disney World feels so much bigger than the one here. Most of the stuff they have are pretty similar to how they are here. I mean, they still have Space Mountain, Astro Orbiter, the Tomorrowland Speedway, and a Buzz Lightyear ride. But the stuff that we don't have here that I got to experience was the Tomorrowland People Mover, Stitch's Great Escape, the Carousel Progress, back in summer 1998, yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier, and the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Also, Tomorrowland did make an appearance in Epic Mickey Wii game and the 2007 animated film Meet the Robinsons. And just recently, Disney gave us a brand new film based on the area. And who did they get to make it possible? Why, none other than Brad Bird. Released on May 22nd, 2015, the movie is Tomorrowland. Now, let's get started. Bound for a shared destiny, a bright, optimistic teen bursting with scientific curiosity, and a former boy genius inventor jaded by disillusionment embark on a danger-filled mission to unearth the secrets of an enigmatic place somewhere in time and space that exists in our collective memory, known as Tomorrowland. So, what did I think of this film? Well, it was freaking incredible. This has got to be one of the best science fiction films I've seen in years. But let's move on to Mustang notes and I'll tell you. Now, the project was approved by Walt Disney Studios' Sean Bailey in June 2011, when Damon Lindelof signed on to write and produce it. In May 2012, Brad Bird was hired as director. Now, for those who don't know, Brad Bird is a fantastic director. He's helped make such great films such as The Iron Giant for Warner Brothers, as well as, well, The Incredibles and Ratatouille for Pixar. But before all that, he even helped animate for The Fox and the Hound. While keeping information about the plot secret, when asked whether the project was related to the studio's development of Star Wars Episode 7 in November 2012, Bird denied the claim, but confirmed Tomorrowland would be a science fiction film, with Lindelof adding in January 2013 that the film would not center on extraterrestrials. On May 23, 2013, nearly a week before the title change, Bird posted a picture on his Twitter page related to the project. The image showed a frayed cardboard box labeled 1952, supposedly uncovered from the Walt Disney Imagineering Development Unit, and containing items like archival photographs of Walt Disney, Technicolor films, envelopes, and vinyl record, space technology literature, a 1928 copy of an Amazing Stories magazine, which introduced Philip Francis Nolan's Buck Rogers character, and an unidentified metal object. On August 10, 2013, Brad and Lindelof made a presentation at the D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. They opened the 1952 box and revealed many of its contents. Later that day, a pavilion was unveiled on the D23 Expo show floor, which presented the items for close inspection by guests. There was also an accompanying iPhone app which took viewers through the exhibit much like one would experience at the museum. Also, they hired Michael Giacchino to compose the film music. Principal photography commenced in Etterby, British Columbia on August 19, 2013, and also filmed in Vancouver and Surrey, ending on January 15, 2014. Also in October, it was announced that part of the filming would take place in the City of Arts and Sciences in Valencia. In November 2013, scenes depicting the Newtons' hometown were shot in New Cima Beach and the Carousel of Progress attraction at Walt Disney World in Florida. On May 5, 2014, additional filming took place at It's a Small World attraction at Disneyland in California. Speaking of which, there are also two songs that are heard in the beginning of the movie, which I think mostly every Disney fan knows, like It's a Small World and There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, both written by Richard and Robert Sherman. Now, when I listen to those two songs in the film, they do bring back a lot of memories from my childhood. What's more, well, the visuals for this film look pretty incredible. I mean, sometimes I could spot Space Mountain in the background, and there were some things that reference other Tomorrowland stuff, like the People Mover, the monorail, Captain EO, because I saw a few people wearing costumes that kind of look like his, and even referenced interventions, including the Moonliner rocket. I also like how in the beginning they show the New York City World's Fair from the 1960s, which is where a few Disneyland attractions set their debut before Disney put them in his theme parks. like It's a Small World, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, The Carousel of Progress, and more. I also like some of the action and fight scenes in the film that take place in the real world. And now it's time to move on to the cast of this film. First we have Frank Walker, played by George Clooney, whom I only know in Batman and Robin. Frank is a grizzled inventor who was exiled from Tomorrowland for his work. Now this guy starts out as a grumpy, paranoid guy, but the more I watch this film, well, after a while, he acts alright. Now, as a kid, he tried to make a jetpack, but wasn't getting it to work, mostly. But he never gave up on trying to get it to work. Also, I like how his house is in this film, because it's almost like a fortress with video monitors and neat inventions in it. Next is our main heroine, Casey Newton, who's played by Britt Robertson. She's an optimistic and tech-savvy teen living in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Now, the thing I like about Casey, other than her optimism, is her bravery and attitude of knowing how things work. Next, we have Athena, played by Raffi Cassidy, who was in Tim Burton's Dark Shadows. She's an audio animatronic droid recruiter who's been searching Earth for a recruit. And she was hoping that Casey was the right person to choose to help save the world, because it was Athena's last pin that she gave to Casey. Now, when I saw the sneak peek of Tomorrowland at Disneyland, I had a mysterious feeling about her, and after seeing the movie, I grew attached to Athena. She's wise, contemplative, and idealistic. And her martial art fighting skills are kick-ass. Plus, I think she's pretty cute. Finally, we have the villain, David Nix, the leader of Tomorrowland, played by the comical Hugh Laurie, who's been in films like the live-action 101 Dalmatian film, Monsters vs. Aliens, Hop, and, of course, Arthur Christmas. Now, this guy is a real baddie in this film. All his henchmen are audio animatronics, which I feel could be creepy and disturbing, and also their guns can disintegrate anything they shoot at. What's more, he's built some kind of machine which was said to be not to be built in the first place that could easily destroy the world. Nix is also interested in the more utilitarian platform of research. Life for him is like an endless scientific quest because he believes that man was put on this earth to accumulate and develop knowledge, which is pretty dumb for someone like him. And now for my final words of this movie. Overall, Tomorrowland is an incredible film. It brings back tons of memories from Disneyland. The visuals are incredible, the characters are all memorable, the action scenes are badass, and it has a great message of keeping our future safe. Also, if you haven't seen this film already, go see it now. I guarantee you that you'll be blown away. I give this film the highest rating of 100%. Well, that's it for tonight, gang. Be sure to join me next time, for I will take you on a little trip to Wonderland next time. Mustang Power!